Welcome back to the Tangent Podcast, everybody. It's your boy Austin here, and I have some news. I've got some news for y'all. If you'll notice, my co host Jack is not with me today. Jack has decided to step away from the pod for a little bit. We wish him the best, and hopefully he's well. So, Jack, we wish you well. We love you. We miss you. Some exciting news. I have my friend Dan here, who is going to be taking over in Jack's place as the new official co-host of the Tangent Podcast. So I will kick it off to my best friend Dan here, and he will introduce himself, and then we'll get going with the topics for the day. So Dan, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm so good.
It's
So good.
good to be here. Good to be here. It's kind of a funny story how we even kind of got to this point, right? Like, yeah, I mean, it was only like a few weeks ago that we were like chatting again, and like, cause so I'm Daniel, and me and Austin here are like longtime friends. I've known you since like I was like 14, and now I'm
Yeah.
32, so it's been 18 years. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That
I
is
mean, yeah, it's been a long time. We've got some funny stories, so I'm sure that we'll sprinkle some of those in here. I don't want to I don't
We'll be
know.
selective about the ones we sprinkle in there. I don't know what the statute of limitations covers, I don't know how
Exactly.
deep we can go, but you might get some Dan and Austin lore sprinkled
Yeah,
throughout the
yeah,
episodes here.
for sure. So a little bit about me. By day, I'm a data analyst for a subprime auto finance company, which is super boring. And by night, I'm a new dad. So yeah,
Woo!
yeah, I have a baby girl. Her name is Brooklyn. She was born almost like a month ago. She's super cute, and we're super excited for Halloween to dress her up in all these. We've got this flamingo costume that's just super cute.
Nice.
So we're excited
That's
for
fun.
that. But yeah, it's rough for sure. So I'm glad that we have this drink that we're gonna do later. It might help me stay a little bit awake for the rest of the podcast.
You mean you're not sleeping perfectly, and your baby's not sleeping perfectly yet at a month old?
Yeah, I know. I know. I already feel like a failed father, but what can you do?
Yeah, I don't know a parent that's well rested. So at any age, I feel like you're never 100% there. So
I know it's rough, but we love her, so it's good.
at least she's cute, right?
Oh, she is cute.
That's what you got to tell yourself when you're scraping poop off the car seat or the wall or the sheets. Like, at least she's cute.
We haven't had that luckily, but there's been a couple blowouts and they were like back to back, and I was like, how is this possible? Like, I don't understand the physics of blowouts, you know? You're like, how does it go up your back? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
But
there's some mad pressure down there, dude.
yeah, maybe that's a conspiracy. Like, there's diapers just like circumventing poo to like redirect their back, so you have to get a new diaper.
The same company that makes diapers also sells the car seats. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
And the onesies.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
So Austin, I actually have a question for you.
Okay.
Um, where did your like interest in like all things paranormal conspiracy space, like, where I know that like growing up that you and we did a couple like haunted things, but yeah, I don't know. I'm
Um,
kind of curious.
that's actually a great question, and I don't think I've ever like discussed that on the podcast. I've told stories and stuff, but so when I was a kid, I had an uncle. He was the one that got me into Bigfoot. So he lives up in Washington and he grew up there, like was born in Oregon, lived all in Washington. But he lives like in the country, like super small backwoods logging town up in the mountains in Washington.
Okay.
And he is like super into Bigfoot. And he's into the legend that Bigfoot is Cain from the Bible.
Oh,
And so
nice.
all growing up, we would go to their house like twice a year, and he had this early morning paper out that he was doing. He and his wife like went to school later in life, so he worked this early morning paper out to put himself through school, and I would go with him. I'm talking like we'd leave at like 2 a.m. and we'd get back at like 9 a.m. And
Oh, dang.
his paper out, like where they live, towns are all like 30 minutes to an hour apart, and the towns are like, his town's probably a few thousand people maybe, like they have a Walmart, but then they're the biggest town for like an hour. And then just like his paper route went north up toward the Canada border. So it was like complete remote wilderness. And he would tell me all these crazy like Bigfoot stories and like things that he'd seen out there. So from the time I'm a little kid, I'm getting like super intrigued by all these like cryptid Bigfoot stories. And then as I got older and started getting into like scouts and going camping a lot on my own, like I got more into that too. And then it just kind of grew from there. Once I discovered podcasts, this would have been back in like 2017, 2018 that I first like started listening to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the first podcast I ever found was called Serial Killers. It was a true crime one, so that kind of got me into true crime. And then from there, I feel like it just kind of expanded to where I was like, oh, I heard this episode about like this dude, and then I go and listen to something else, like this other podcast that covered this guy, and then I hear their episode about aliens, and so I'm getting into aliens now, and it was just kind of this rabbit hole that I kept getting deeper and deeper into, and now it's grown into my own podcast and my own fascination with it. So that's
That's cool.
I'd say that's kind of how, but yeah, it stems from my my boyhood stories up in Washington of listening to my cool uncle.
Did your uncle ever say like he saw Bigfoot or like anything like that, or seen traces, or I don't
He
know?
he's had his own like crazy encounters with Bigfoot.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. I've asked him a couple times if he would come on and share the podcast, but like with his line of work and like his like what he does for like in his community and stuff too, he said he can't do that. So
Oh,
I've asked
okay.
him if like I could like anonymously share it, and he said maybe, but I haven't like officially gotten his permission to share his stories. But
Gotcha.
they're pretty wild. Like they're
And,
pretty
and you've
compelling.
heard
And
them?
yeah, I've heard him. I know of two. Like he's told me more that I've like probably forgotten over the years, but I know of
Right,
two
yeah.
like bona fide stories that he's told me. Um, but I trust him completely. He's one of those
Mm-hmm.
guys that is just like a super trustworthy like man's man to me. Like if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he's like a super credible dude. And so I definitely, and you can tell when he tells the stories too, like he's not like,
He's not like embellishing. He's just kind of
no,
like,
yeah.
this is what
And
happened, and like scared the crap out of me or whatever.
well, yeah, you can tell it affected his whole life and like his whole worldview too. And
Dang.
so I would love to, if not getting him on, I'd love to tell his stories someday. But
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
yeah, I should reach out to him again and ask him.
Dang.
Uh, Yeah,
I,
that's how.
for me, for like my fascination, I wouldn't say a fascination. It's a growing fascination, I would say, with all things paranormal and stuff. But I remember, at least for like the aliens thing, we were listening to Joe Rogan podcast, and he had, I don't remember who he had on his show about aliens, but I never listened to it. And we were on our way to like Vegas, I think, one year, me and my wife, and we were
Hmm.
listening to it on the way there. And he was like talking to this guy about his whatever alien thing that it was. And it seemed like so incredibly like real, kind of like how you're saying, like your uncle's like, just kind of like affected him, and was, it seemed like so real, and he doesn't have like any motive to like embellish the truth.
Hmm.
And like listening to this guy talk about it, I was like, holy crap, like this guy really believes it. Like maybe there is like something else out there. So
Was that the one? Was it Bob Lazar? Was that the one where he talks about like working at the place where they had the crafts and stuff?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember the
that's
name, but it was crazy. I was like, holy crap.
if it's the same one, that's like one of my favorite pod. I go back and listen to that like once a year usually to just like listen to the story again. And the impressive thing with that too is like that dude had everything to lose from like coming out because he got let
Mm-hmm.
go. Like they scrubbed all his records. Like they've tried to like demonize him, and like he's still kept his story the same too for like 40, is it going on 50 years now probably. Um
Yeah.
and that to me is pretty compelling that like he's never strayed from the story or anything like that. But yeah, that's a crazy one.
Yeah, that one was like, holy crap. And the way that he was just talking about things and describing things, it was almost like it was a matter of fact type of thing. It wasn't like he's trying to sell anything. He's just like, yeah, this is kind of what it was. It's like, holy cow. So
Mm-hmm.
ever since hearing that, I've been like more like, I don't know, believing, I guess you would say. Like if you had to like rate me on a scale of like tinfoil hat and like normal guy, like I feel like I'm teetering more so now to tinfoil. I mean, I'm not gonna like do something crazy, but I'm like, okay, you know, there's there's more to the world that's like not explainable, you know. So
Yeah. Well, like I think it's so ignorant of us to just assume like, yeah, nothing else is out there. None of this crazy stuff is real. These cultures that have had like Bigfoot type stories for all of human history, like they're all wrong. They're all crazy. Like, no, like I feel like there's a little bit more to it. And who am I to say that nothing else is out there? That's like where I started to really kind of believe was one time I just had this thought of like, who am I to say? We don't even know what's out there in the universe. We see such a small speck. And even on the planet too, like there's so much of the ocean we haven't discovered. Who knows what's down
yeah, I
there
know.
that's weird. Like, so I feel like it's ignorant of me to say that yeah, there's nothing else out there. And so I like I like to entertain crazy stuff because it's fun
Same.
and just explore it because it's fun. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Good question. I don't think I've ever like said that on the podcast, so that was great.
Yeah, I was just curious. I'm like, huh, I kind of wonder where, you know, where it came from.
Should we dive into this drink? Because I'm actually excited
Yeah.
about this one.
Let's do
All
it.
right. I'm gonna read the little thing on the side. All right, so today we've got Monster Juice Bad Apple flavor. And it says, tempted to try? We hope so. Juice Monster Bad Apple isn't like anything you've ever had before. Forget your regular apple juice. Bad Apple's enticing taste is completely one of a kind. Take a bite. It's got a crisp, dry apple flavor that's not too sweet and goes down smooth. Sinfully great taste, that's a good word. Sinfully great taste and packed with a full load of our legendary Monster Energy blend. Unleash the beast. All
I feel
right,
like at
so
the end you should have got you done like a scream or something, like unleash the beast, rah, or something like that.
all right, I'm cracking this bad boy open. I'm excited to smell this one.
Dude, I started laughing when you started reading it because, like, if you can't see the picture of the can, it's just this sultry woman who you're not entirely sure if she has clothes. It looks like she does, maybe on like a shoulder. Oh no, that's just her hair.
Her hair is lightly tousled over the shoulders and
Yeah, and then she's just holding an apple with an M on it. So, like, I was just
staring
like,
into your soul.
I was just like imagining you as that woman. I was like, oh, Austin. All right.
Here's some lore for you guys. It's really weird to hear Dan call me Austin because my whole life my nickname was Kippy, and so it's like almost foreign. Every time you say Austin, I'm like, oh, like I don't mind it, but it's just
Oh, can I just
I don't
call you
think I've
Kippy
ever.
then?
Yeah, you can call me Kippy. Yeah,
Since
I can
oh,
tell you're
thank
trying
goodness.
really hard.
That
Like
that one time was enough for me to be like, okay, I gotta call you Kippy.
it's like it's making me not cringe every time, but it like catches my attention every time. Like that doesn't sound right in your
I
voice.
know.
It's just
Yeah, it's like
it's
if you
not
called
right.
me Daniel, I'd be like, no, dude, you called me Dan. Like my
Well, so
friends call me Dan.
the other day I was telling Kaylee about that. I was like, it was right after I left your house, and I was like, I called her. I was like, I think I should probably start calling him Daniel because I think that's what his wife calls him. And then I got home that night, and I told her again. I was like, I should probably call him Dan. And my daughter was like, No, Dad, you've called him Dan your whole life. You can't. She's 7. She's like, Dad, you just can't. You have to call him Dan. You've called him that your whole life. You can't
Oh.
call him Daniel. I was like, okay, you're right.
Your daughter's so cute, by the way. When you guys stop by, oh my gosh,
Yeah, she's so fun.
she's adorable. All right, how is it? I haven't tasted it yet. I
I
smelt
haven't
it
either.
though.
I smelt it. It smells like fall.
You know what I'm hoping it tastes like? I hope it tastes like just like a really good apple beer, you know?
Oh, dude, apple beer is like top 3 drink for me.
Oh shiz, this is good. Oh,
Oh,
it's exactly what I
that's
wanted
gonna
it
be a
to be.
problem, dude. That is so good.
Where did you find yours, by the way?
I just found it at Maverick.
Oh, at
Um,
Maverick?
Yeah, they've only had it within the past like this week.
I went to Walmart and I'm like looking where the monsters normally are, and I'm like, I don't see these anywhere. So I had to look it up on the app, and it was like on aisle K6. I'm like, where the freak is aisle K? Because like all
Is
the
that like
food
where they have all the
aisles are
box
aisle
drinks?
A. So you know where I found this thing? It was in the gaming section in like a monster like stand thing. It wasn't refrigerated, so luckily I got home, was able to refrigerate it. I was like, why the freak? I'm glad I walked over there because I'm like walking around. I'm like, okay, aisle J is like paper towels and stuff. And I'm like, okay, where the freak could aisle K be? So
That's really funny.
I'm glad
Right
I
in the
found
game,
it.
they know their
This,
target market.
yeah, this is actually pretty good.
This is one of the best drinks we have had on the podcast so far.
Oh, really?
hmm I'm
Oh
giving
my
it out of
gosh.
10. I'm giving it a 9. I think this is
Oh,
delicious.
I I would give it a 10 if it was slightly more carbonated, but I know this is like the juice one, so it's like not as carbonated, but it's
I th-
oh man. I was it just hit my expectation and like then some. Oh my gosh.
you're
It
right.
was
It does
good.
taste like a lot like apple beer. Not as much as of like the bitter bite at the end as an apple beer, but it
Oh
has
yeah.
all the like it's like smoother. I do wish it had a little bit more carbonation. I'm the same. If it was like perfectly carbonated, it'd be a 10. But then
Oh
it would
man.
just be an apple beer too. So,
You know what? You're not wrong. It would just be apple beer, but
oh man, that is
with the Monster
delicious.
Energy blend, the full load
You
of the
can't unleash
legendary Monster Energy blend.
you can't unleash the beast with an apple beer. Yeah.
Oh man.
Can't go
No, that's
punch a hole
good.
in the drywall with an apple beer, you know? Yeah,
Oh
that's
man.
tasty. Yeah, that is high ranked. Highly recommend again, Monster Bad Apple.
Oh, that's
All
good.
right, let's move into some space news for the day.
Let's
I
hear
thought
it.
this was interesting. I found this article on space.com that there is a giant weak spot in the Earth's magnetic field that is getting
Is it
bigger.
behind the knees? I'm just kidding. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's actually right behind the right at the back of the heel, you know, the
Sorry.
Achilles.
Go ahead.
And it's kind of down near like Africa, South Africa area. And there's apparently something that's happening in that area of the world that is causing the magnetic field around that part of the world to weaken. And it's could potentially be a problem because I'm sorry, I have hiccups. Could potentially be a problem because the magnetic field of the Earth helps block like charged particles from the sun, and all of those particles can hit and affect like satellites and the ISS with some different types of radiation.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so this could potentially have negative effects on satellites and ISS or anything else that we throw up into space. So it could be a big deal in the future, but I don't know how long this has been going on for. They don't really. It says like the weak region has doubled in size in like the last 10 years. So the area of this magnetic field weak spot is like half the size of Europe.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's large, it's significant,
Yeah.
and it's been growing within the past 10 years. So I don't know what they're doing down in Africa, but
And there's no like theories on like what is causing it.
no, they just said it's kind of an anomaly. They don't know something's there was a quote and it just said something special is happening in that part of the world. So I don't know
Something
what
special.
special things are happening down in Africa.
Do
I
they
don't
just
think
have
they're
like
launching a ton of satellites down there,
do they just have
but
like a lot of like cattle and stuff that are just
mm,
releasing so much methane that's just punching a hole into the atmosphere or something?
maybe, yeah.
Farting cows. It's got to be
Always
it.
the farting cows. Yep.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's weird.
that's the space news. So if you're thinking of launching a satellite in Africa, probably don't.